Technology is a great thing. Back in the day, before I was even born, if you wanted to find some cool treasure, you'd need one of these, and a whole bunch of these. But thank God for modern technology, because without the internet, computers, and awesome websites like this, we'd still be sailing the 7 seas looking for treasures hidden beneath the sand. One of the greatest things that the internet has brought us is Facebook Marketplace. 30 years ago, when there was no such thing as the internet, the only way you could find treasures was either word of mouth or a treasure map. But soon after I invented the internet, certain websites such as eBay and Amazon started to pop up. And these websites were groundbreaking when it came to finding hidden treasures. But there's one website that blows the rest out of the water, and that is Facebook Marketplace. In either 2016 or 3000 BC, Facebook Marketplace was officially launched, and from that day forward, it has never been easier to find a manual conversion for an AU Falcon. But that's enough waffle, because in today's video, we're going to be going through some of the most important components of Facebook Marketplace that keep this beautiful website running like clockwork. First up, we have the dreamers. A dreamer is a person who posts something up on Facebook Marketplace and thinks they're sitting on a gold mine. The dreamer is the sort of person who'll post up a GQ patrol with 600,000 kilometers and ask for 20 grand. The reason this type of person is called the dreamer is because when anyone sees an ad like this, the first thought that comes to their head is, "You're dreaming." If you look closely on an ad posted by a dreamer, you'll often see listed over a month ago. You'd think the dreamer would lower their price to try and actually sell the thing. But you see, that would be too logical, and logic is something that the dreamer doesn't have. If you read the description of an ad posted by a dreamer, the most common phrase that you're going to see is, "I know what I've got." The best rebuttal for "I know what I've got" is, well, obviously, you don't. But luckily, just as my old mate Isaac Newton once said, for every action in nature, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Which brings us on to our next component, which is the opposite reaction of the dreamer. And I think you guys already know what that is, because it's safe to assume that we've all dealt with one of these idiots before. Yep, you guessed it, it's the lowballer. There's 2 types of lowballer. The first type of lowballer is the respectable lowballer. I'd even put myself in this category, because this is the type of lowballer who messages the dreamers just to fuck with them. The respectable lowballer hunts down overpriced, rusted out base model VL Commodores like a heat-seeking missile. But instead of blowing the rust bucket to bits, they hunt down these dreamers and hit them with a lowball of a lifetime. 20 grand for a non-running rust bucket, $50 cash, pick up tonight, take it or leave it. In some cases, a lowball like this can be so brutal that it's actually career ending. And I have to thank all my fellow respectable lowballers for their service. But just thinking about this next type of lowballer makes me sick. You could put up an ad for an AU Falcon with paint fade, 6 months rego, a roadworthy certificate, a current LPG tank, and 15 grand cash in the boot, and these guys would still offer you 20 bucks cash. When I receive a message like this, an uncontrollable rage fills my body and my iPhone turns into a frisbee. But that's enough about lowballers, because just thinking about them makes my blood boil. Next up is one of my favorite things to find on Facebook Marketplace, and that is prestigious automobiles. Back in the day, if you wanted to find a car as good as this, you'd have to search far and wide. But thanks to the masterpiece that is Facebook Marketplace, finding cars like this has never been easier. If you're on the hunt for a next level daily driver, sports car, weekender, or even a paddock basher, you no longer need to use a treasure map or follow the Southern Cross to find these awesome cars. All you need to do is load up Facebook Marketplace, and as soon as you press that icon, bang, AU Falcon. Thanks to Facebook Marketplace, hunting down AU Falcons, Mitsubishi Magnas, Hyundai XLs has never been easier. And the best thing about finding cars on Facebook Marketplace is the price. Due to the fact that it's only Facebook Marketplace and not car sales, you don't have to pay what I like to call the car sales premium. What this means is that any car that you find on car sales can be found on Facebook Marketplace for up to 50% off. And if you, like me, are gifted in the art of the lowball, you can get these cars for up to 90% off. And that means more money for beer and eBay car mods. Next up we have blatantly stolen items. The best way to find blatantly stolen items is by searching power tools in the search bar. It's a well-known fact that all doll bludgers and junkies have a part-time side hustle of stealing power tools. You see, back in the day these stolen power tools used to always end up at cash converters, but due to the fact that cash converters are the biggest tired asses of all time and also require an ID to trade in items, the doll bludgers and junkies decided to cut out the middleman and take all the profits for themselves by selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So if your power tools ever get stolen, or you just need a new rattle gun to swap sets on the AU skidder, look no further than Facebook Marketplace. A brand new rattle gun off the shelf of Bunnings can cost upwards of $500. But on Facebook Marketplace, you can find a brand new rattle gun freshly stolen out of the back of a tradie's ute for about $50. And as I said before, if you're gifted in the art of the lowball, you could probably get it for $10 and a half-empty pack of cigarettes. So if your tools ever get stolen out of the back of your work ute, there's a 90% chance you'll be able to find them on Facebook Marketplace. And when you find the listing, you can offer him $40 cash for the lot, meet up tonight, and when you meet up to buy him, smack his head in. One of the most common things you see on Facebook Marketplace are scammers. Usually trying to sell fake shoes or fake designer for over retail price, these guys will do anything to make a quick $5. But luckily, it's pretty easy to weed these guys out. The biggest dead giveaway that someone's a scammer is if the messages make no sense at all. This is because 90% of the time these guys are based overseas using a VPN. But you gotta respect the hustle because these guys are a lot of fun to fuck with. And my favorite thing about these scammers is that when they finally find out you're taking them for a ride, they get so angry that you wasted their time and give you some of the best insults you'll ever hear. Anyway, last but not least, we have the idiots. As with anything that involves real humans, there's gonna be a lot of stupidity. From straight up offensive lowballs, people who have no idea what they're on about, people who do the classic "hi, is this still available?" and then never reply to your messages, people who ask questions that would have been answered if they just read the description, and of course my least favourite, people who want to swap their shit for what I'm selling, even though it's worth 1/10 of the value and it clearly says no swaps in the item description. But there's one type of idiot that destroys the rest of the competition, and that is the beggar. These complete and utter morons believe that they're entitled to whatever they see on Facebook Marketplace. They'll try anything they can to try and guilt trip you into giving them free shit. Some famous quotes these morons use include, "You just ruined my kid's birthday," "You just ruined Christmas," and "Thanks asshole, my kids are now crying." But you see, these idiots are forgetting one important thing. I simply could not give a single fuck. And on that important note, I think it's time to end this video. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share if you'd like to be gifted with more wisdom from the prophet of your account. And as always, shout out to these people for their kind donations to the charity of my bank account. I've already spent it all on paper straws. And if you enjoyed this video so much that you watched it right till the end, make sure to comment "Hi, is this still available?" to let me know. And make sure to check out the website and buy some stickers, ya dogs. T-shirts coming soon.